The Little Bee's Journey. On a sunny spring morning, a little bee named Melli buzzed happily through the colorful meadows. She was curious, full of energy, and a bit different from the other bees in her hive. While her sisters diligently gathered pollen and built honeycombs, Melli dreamed of seeing more of the world, other animals, and perhaps even making new friends beyond the hive. "Why should I only talk to bees?" she muttered. "Maybe out there are all kinds of creatures you can laugh with, play with, or go on adventures with." So that very morning, Melli said goodbye to her queen, promised to be careful, and flew off with brave wing beats over fields, bushes, and trees into the great wide world. After a while, she reached a quiet riverbank. The sun sparkled on the water, and at the edge sat a large, furry beaver, pacing nervously. "Hello!" Melli buzzed curiously and landed carefully on a stone nearby. "You look worried. Can I help?" The beaver paused, squinting into the sunlight, and looked at the tiny bee. "My name is Bruno. I've lost my little son, Bobo. We were building a dam together, but then he wandered off while playing. And now he's gone." "Oh no," Melli cried. "I'll help you. I can fly, and I have good eyes. Together we'll find Bobo for sure." So began an unusual search. Bruno lumbered along the ground, calling out for his son, while Melli circled above the river, watching for any rustling or movement. Before long, she spotted a small, shivering bundle between two fallen branches. "There he is," Melli called, "between the blackberry bushes, right by the old tree stump." Bruno ran over, and sure enough, there sat the little beaver, dirty and frightened. But when he saw his father, he leapt up and shouted, "Daddy!" Melli buzzed joyfully around them. "There you are, back together." "Thank you, little bee," Bruno said, deeply moved. "Without you, I might never have found him." "You're welcome," Melli laughed. "I'm looking for new friends, and I think I just found two." But as they chatted, the sky began to darken. Thick clouds rolled in, the wind picked up, and leaves swirled in the air. "A storm's coming," shouted Bruno. "You should find shelter. We're heading to the dam." I think I'll fly on," said Melli, though she felt a bit anxious. The world didn't seem quite so sunny and friendly anymore. The wind tugged at her wings, and raindrops pelted her. Melli struggled through the air until she saw a large hollow tree, abandoned but dry. She slipped inside, trembling. Inside, it smelled of old wood and moss. Scratch marks lined the walls, signs of a woodpecker's home. "Someone used to live here," Melli whispered and curled up gently on a soft leaf. Outside, the wind howled, but inside it was quiet. Melli listened to the rain and suddenly felt very alone. The next morning, the sun shone again. Melli crawled out of the tree hollow, stretched her wings, and looked out at the world, now sparkling fresh. She remembered Bruno and Bobo and flew back to the river. There, the two were already waiting. "There you are," Bruno called. "I stayed in the old woodpecker's tree," said Melli. "It was dry and safe." "You're really brave," Bobo said in admiration. Melli smiled. "I wanted to find new friends, and I think I found more than I ever dreamed of." From that day on, Melli often returned to the river. She gathered stories, hummed songs, and shared her adventures with her hive. And when the sun sets over the river, you can often see a little bee sitting by the bank with two beavers, three friends, as different as can be, who somehow found each other.